All right, so this is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is 10 amazing stories from people who left the Amish community. All right, let's go and jump into it.
People born into the Amish way of life are never supposed to leave their community. They're normally allowed to experience
So basically, based with this first one here, I'm gonna be honest here. I'm not sure I would be able to do it, right? But those who only knew that, I can imagine how hard it would be for them to just leave, what they've known their entire life. Now, based off the story that was just told specifically about the dating instance, that's crazy, because I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect the culture. Again, I don't know it, right? But that sounds troubling.
Saloma Miller says that there are two ways that a person can leave the Amish community, through life or through death. However, to leave through life, you must choose to walk
It's a gang?
away, and that's exactly what she did when she was 20 years old. She ditched Ohio for Vermont because she felt like she would have had no choice but to take her own life if she stayed. Not only was she physically abused by her father growing up, but she was also abused in numerous ways by an older brother. Although she lived in fear at home, going to school became a safe haven for her. Saloma even remembers that she had her school picture taken in the 2nd grade, even though Amish people aren't supposed to take pictures of themselves. But right before she turned 14, Saloma stopped going to school and started working. She knew that the only way out of her parents' house was to get married, but she felt like she couldn't relate to the young boys in her community. So Saloma left to escape the brutal abuse of her family and the strict lifestyle that she felt no connection to. She even changed her name to Linda so that no one could ever find her. Saloma spent many years in intensive therapy after leaving the community, and she's even written a couple of books about her daunting experience. Timothy Sauter grew up in one of the oldest Amish communities in the U.S. until his family moved to Ohio when he was 14 years old. Ever since he was little, he would dream about pursuing a career in science. He even used to dumpster dive for old TVs just so that he could learn about the world outside of his bubble. Unfortunately,
but how are you going to plug that TV in?
Amish community did not support his desire to get a higher education, but his parents did buy him a small Growing Up with Science encyclopedia when he was 8 years old, so he did feel encouraged by them. When he turned 20, Timothy went on a bike trip in Colorado and met a bunch of professionals who all had higher educations. They all encouraged him to continue his studies, and he was glad to be able to have intellectual conversations with them. Since he couldn't be both a good Amish boy and a college graduate, Timothy decided to leave his community in order to follow his dreams.
Whoa.
Without even having a high school diploma, he was able to enroll in the University of Pittsburgh-Greensburg. He then transferred to Columbia in 2010 and continued to pursue his BA in biology. Timothy is now a regular guy living the fast-paced life in New York City. He can't say for sure that he'll never go back to the Amish world, but he can't imagine himself ever returning to life in Ohio or Pennsylvania.
Here's the thing. We listen to the statement that he just made here, at least. He can't say for sure that he'll never go back. Bro, you'll never go back. the barn door is already open, bro. You get what I'm saying here when I say this? They probably won't even accept you back. Why would they? You overeducated yourself, I'm guessing.
Amish world, but he can't imagine himself ever returning to life in Ohio or Pennsylvania. Audrey.
Did like all of your childhood, specifically, as an Amish person, right? Made you exactly who you are. It pushed you to where you are now. So yeah, absolutely. Regret for what, bro?
Levi Can only hope that her family will one day understand why she had to leave her Amish community behind. But as it stands now, she is excommunicated from her Amish church and shunned by her family and former community. Ruth admits that it was the treatment of women within the Amish community that was partly to blame for her leaving. She couldn't stand that women were expected to be submissive to men and that they couldn't make their own decisions. She also didn't understand why some members of the church were able to get away with breaking rules while others were punished for it. Ruth also dealt with being verbally abused by the church and her family throughout her entire childhood. She was only 15 years old when she met her future husband, Audie Garrett, who was a 40-year-old divorced Englishman. Audie worked as a driver for Ruth's family, but she knew that her father was catching on to their relationship and would soon fire him.
Did I just miss up? Hold the phone. She was only 15 years old when she met her future husband, Audie Garrett, who was a 40-year-old divorced Englishman. What?
Husband, Audie Garrett, who was a 40-year-old divorced Englishman. Audie worked as a driver for Ruth's family, but she knew that her father was catching on to their relationship and would soon fire him. So the two lovers ran away together and were married just a week later in Nashville. Ruth
At 15 years old. What's happening? Guys.
Ruth still maintains contact with her family, but finds it tough. Her father is always preaching to her that there's no salvation outside the Amish church. But Ruth would never dare go back to her repressive Amish lifestyle, and she's truly found freedom since she left in 1996. Mose Gingerich. Although the Amish community is convinced that Mose Gingerich is a sinner for ditching the Amish way of life, Mose doesn't really know what to think. Since leaving the strict community in Wisconsin, Mose says that he still believes in God, but he doesn't attend church anymore. However, he doesn't want to make the Amish community look bad and leaves out details when talking about his past life. For example, someone from the outside once gave him a battery-operated radio, which he guarded with his life. He would spend his Sunday afternoons listening to country music and dreaming about becoming a country star. But when he got caught, the church punished him badly in front of the community. Mose won't say exactly what happened, but the experience caused him to run away for 6 months. Upon his return, Mose tried to make a genuine attempt to be a good Amish boy, and he started working as a school teacher. You might actually recognize him from the reality TV show Amish in the City, in which he spent his Rumspringa in Hollywood for all to see. In one episode, Mose nearly drowned after he tried to go swimming in the ocean for the first time. Soon after that, he left his Amish lifestyle behind and moved to Colombia. Nowadays, he's a mentor for Amish youth who leave their communities. Mose has housed over 20 young men in his basement to help them make the tough transition into the English world. Kate's
Was to send me something like that, I probably would say something similar. All right, don't send me no craziness. I don't want to see you like that. What are you talking about? I made you, right? But he would actually mean it. Like, I would say all that because that's just who I am as a person, right? But I would be very disappointed if I had to see my daughter like that. I'm going to be completely honest, right? But all right, let's go.
That they don't see eye to eye.
But her father would mean it, though. Okay.
On most things.
Guys, here's the thing, right? I want to point out a couple of things. So what I've just encountered, I just learned a little bit here, okay? Don't crucify me here. You may, but try not to. My point is this here. It does sound like it's a cult. It sounds like it. Like, listen to what I mean, like, believe this, and if you don't believe this, then it's wrong. Right, that's basically what I got from this here. There's no salvation outside of this specific church, this one. Right, those people that leave, like on like a, I guess Rumspringer, I think is what she said here, guys, right? Those individuals who leave and then come back, the only reason why they come back, okay, is because they've been conditioned that everything that's outside is terrible, right? Literally. And threatened with like religious persecution. Guys, you can't do that. Let these people live their lives. If they want to go, bro, let them go. Right? They'll live a better life. I don't know if debt and credit cards is a better life specifically, and fat and McDonald's and being fat, right? I don't know if those are like a better thing, but it's not really. But at least you have like you're keeping up with the modern society. Okay, that's how I see it. It looks like a cult. I don't know. I really have no idea how to look at it any other way, based off what I just encountered here. It just looks like that. But all right, guys, listen. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly, guys. Before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd, along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.